You know, Zeke Black is in the building, man. Zeke Black is in the building. I appreciate all those that checked out my content the last 4 or 5 days. There's a lot of people that's been calling me. I really don't have time to call you back because I work jobs, and when I do got some free time, and it's me and wifey, sometimes I do get a little selfish. I'm gonna get to y'all, you know what I'm saying? It's just that when I'm with wifey, I gotta, like I said, I work 2 jobs, so I'm working all day. So when I have a little bit of free time, I gotta dedicate that to wifey. I can't be, I love to kick the ballistics, but I don't have, the time to do it. So, but when I find time, I'm definitely gonna contact a lot of people because I can't talk on the phone for 2 3 hours. We have to get to the point when we have our conversation. Just to let you know that it's not. Let's just get to the point. You know what I'm saying? Um, salute to all those, man. Definitely salute to What You Jacking podcast. He wrote something in the comments yesterday that was very enlightening. Um, and nowadays it's a lot of project beefs compared to the normal gangster. Old Harlem was Barbino, and to me that's the difference because like I said, I could be Mac Baller, and you could be Mac Baller. But our war isn't because we're going through inner hood issues. It's because I'm OYG and you 1090. I'm just giving an example. Doesn't mean them two cliques is beefing. You don't gotta be in my comments talking crazy. So a lot of times when we think like, how does this op? I call an op could walk right in your projects or in your corners and start hitting because a lot of times on your block is the gang affiliation. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times y'all may think like, we want to get at some of them, or something's personal. Like your word, he punched such in the face. I'm saying I'm gonna pull up over there and get busy. And a lot of times y'all get caught up in that. And that's what we're talking about. The double jacking. The double jacking can be dangerous. You know what I'm saying? I would say from what I know, from like 2007 or 8, probably before then, it became widespread that I knew about. I'm talking about only Zeke. I don't know about nobody else. And I know when I came home from the penitentiary in 2011, the street gang thing was crazy. Projects versus projects, building versus building. You know what I'm saying? Homies killing homies, not because of, I told you, 1090 conversations over a situation that dealt with, that happened on Facebook or Twitter or IG. You know what I'm saying? The traditional, street gangs that we become to love after 9/3, like the Bloods and Crips and Lines, that became a thing of jail. I think to get in the minds of the youth, you have to speak to the youth, the leaders of these times, of these new organizations. You can't have somebody. That's like when I was younger, right? They would always have like these old Muslim guys from jail that would try to stop the violence, but they skipped over the generation above us that was actually getting money. You know what I'm saying? So it was like we just look at them and just listen. A lot of times the youth was going to listen to somebody who understands their plight. Like I remember, I'm going to give an example. When I was in Albany, New York, you had a crew called OSB. You have a family. Then you had the BGs. Now, when I was first around them, these were just local situations. They were all cousins. They was all still the same way, but it was more so they was homegrown. If they was God body, that's because they was God body through their father or mother, or you know what I'm saying, just what they was around. But most of them was homegrown. Then came, yep, exactly. You know, right on the nose. Old Harlem, exactly. But telling y'all, the chat's gonna talk to you. The chat's gonna speak to you, because I think when you put these older fellows, experienced fellows on these platforms to speak to the youth, you have to be mindful that they're speaking from a place of jail. When they talk about the B's, not so much the C's, because as long as I knew, the C's was in the street first. Like when I had to go to 117th, 118th Street between Lenox and 5th, they already had the C's over there. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really say that the Crips was jail-based, but the Crips was, but definitely the 031 was jail-based. Was popping, Sydney was popping. Now, getting back into the content of what we're speaking about. So like I said, it's about us paying attention to what our kids is doing, because now we're looking for the traditional signs, the traditional 031s, the traditional C16s, the traditional 7-4s. We're not thinking about that when he writes 400 block gang or 900 block gang. that him writing that all day is a whole lot more dangerous than him writing Mac Bowl of Bread. Because these young boys have so much beef. These young boys, their beefs is not even jail beefs, but they got these affiliations through the block. Yeah, they have these affiliations through the they have these affiliations through the in the household, you know what I'm saying? But when they go outside, you understand what I'm saying? 400 block gangster, I'm from 172nd and Vice, we going to war with them dudes around the corner. I'm just giving you an example. I don't know if they're going to war with each other. I need all in my comments talking crazy. So, we have to find time to pay attention to our kids. You understand what I'm saying? We got to find time. I think I've done a great job with my daughter paying attention to the things that she's into. You have to do that, man, because we're missing a generation that we're totally missing about. That the kids that we call young and dumb. It's not young and dumb. So it's as crazy as it sounds, there's a difference between street gangs and block gangs because it's so mixed, and they're so mixed. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody asked about the 48 Laws of Power. Should we have the kids play more chess, more 48 Laws of Power, make them think more? Well, have we seen the 48 Laws of Power work yet? Everybody that we seen come up from the penitentiary playing 48 Laws of Power games seemed to get their boots smoked and went right back to jail. So I don't see that working. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to change the narrative instead of going with the narrative. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Maybe instead of just learning black militant revolutionary history, should I learn all military history and see what the outcome was? Because we never really go into the outcome. We always talk about the story, but never the outcome. What was the end result of the Black Panthers? What was the end result of Black Lives Matter? See, there's a difference in that conversation, right? The end result of Black Lives Matter was there's a couple of people that got voted in Congress. We have a president that was just voted in. So the outcomes are different because the causes become different. You understand what I'm saying? We have to get into that. We have to get into that narrative of the cause. Now, of course, you know what I'm saying? There's just a lot of information that's out there. Like I tell people, man, you have to think outside the box. You have to understand. Like even with this internet stuff, right? We go about the internet all day. We talk about dudes that be trolling. We got all this. It's not. Let me tell you something. A guy who has a major platform doesn't really troll you. What they do is, right? Let me tell you what people do. This is just educational, right? And I had to catch on to this, right? Now, if somebody diss me, right? I'll make a video dissing them. You got a whole bunch of people that don't rock with me, so you're not gonna click on my like button to check it out. Or they go, "What he's talking about?" But some people might just see me dissing somebody on the timeline. What they do is they wait till you go live. Now, when you go live, who's probably the most popular YouTuber, you're gonna get the clicks, you're gonna get the views, you're gonna get the donations. So then what happens with me is, by me talking about a whole bunch of nonsense for 2-3 hours, and I might have mentioned your name 20 times, somebody flags me for me mentioning you, then I don't even get monetized. Yo, Gina, what's poppin'? So you understand what I'm saying? So basically, I'm wasting my time. So basically, okay, yeah, I dissed you. You brought some of your followers to me. It was all advertising purposes because they see this going down. You know what I'm saying? Dudes don't rock with you, so they're not going to click your button, but they're going to see what I got to say about you. So now my algorithm's on 100, and I'm going to make sure that when I do my video, I know what to say, what not to say. And even if I say all the wrong things to get demonetized, I got a bunch of donations. So with the donations, I win. It took me a while to catch on to that, right? See, a smart man begins to catch on, because then what happens is, when I diss you, you diss me, get the donations, then you actually put out your next video, has nothing to do with the beef, it's straight content. You know what I'm saying? It's a video about life, about water, about walking on the sands of Egypt, and then I'm looking stupid, like, oh, he just used me to have an algorithm, to keep his algorithm going. This is what I've learned in this game. Shout out to Course TV, man. You know what I'm saying? I've learned, listen, my last 4 videos have been monetized in the green, not in the yellow. You know why? Because now I'm catching on now. So what happens is, right, you got some guys that we say, yo, they're trolling, and they're trolling. And then what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to mention the situation that deals with them in my chat, right? So then when I do that, they zap me for mentioning them. I'm like, yo, he mentioned my name or situation with me. Boom, bang. Then what happens after that? I waste a video, be demonetized, and I'm going to have 1 million views. Because I don't get donations. Heavy. Shout out to the ones that do donate to me. I can tell you who's doing it. Like Money D and them. Shout out to Money D, man. You know what I'm saying? Tato Millie. Shout out to Tato Millie. Salute. A couple of more I might have forgot about, but y'all get the picture. You know what I'm saying? Y'all getting the picture. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying. That's why I say you have to focus on what you do. But I just gave you the crown jewel. This is like the block. Now this is the key to success, Damon. Now you understand what I'm saying? Damon Frazier. What I just said right there is deep, right? You're thinking, yeah, how does Zeke figure this out? Because I just watched somebody do a video that has a popping channel. He does the video. Boom. He talks in all type of subs. You know what I'm saying? Talks in all type of subs, subliminals. So what happens is I'm going to bank on at least 4 of these dummies to make videos. Not even saying dummies. Small 4 of these emotionally egotistic maniacs that's going to make videos about what I just said. They're going to assume I'm talking to them. Now, people don't rock with these channels, but they're seeing that these guys are talking about me. So they might not even view their video, but they see on the timeline, boom, such and such versus such and such. Show this mouth take over what such and such had to say. So then they look. And when they look, they go, I'm going to see what his response is. So now you may have promoted somebody else's next video to have at least 4,000 or 5,000 individuals in it. You know what I'm saying? You just promoted that free advertisement. Because you know what I'm saying? But in the mix of the free advertisement, you sit and you go crazy and you blast off. And if you don't get no donations, they just flag you. It takes 2 seconds to do it. Yo, he mentioned my name in his title. Get it. You know what I'm saying? So then what happens with that is you just wasted 2-3 hours, 4 or 5 hours of talking about him offline. Yo, Quinn, what's popping? I'm telling you, this is how I give it up. So that's why I said I let the chat do what they do. That's it. Because nobody chose nobody. A lot of these guys is smart. They got people that rock with him and go, yo, I'm going to hop in this chat, mention something he said. Boom, he's going to be a fool and feed into it. Then he might go extra and make a whole video about it. Listen, my last 4 videos have been monetized. I got a video that got over like 4,000 or 5,000 views that's unmonetized because it was Eastside cold-blooded, no doubt, all the time. Because I wasn't being businessly smart. That's why I told you, some difference between business and personal. Let your kids see this. Business and personal. We got to stop thinking everything is personal. It's business. Just pay attention to the business. Yo, I love you. I'm going to teach you how to do this. People don't teach you how to do it. They don't teach you how to do it. They show you what they want to show you. You understand what I'm saying? They show you what they want to show you. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna go on a block and go, I'm gonna show you how to cut my throat? Who in your lifetime gonna go, I'm gonna take you to go see Joey Buttafuoco because you're in the lobby with me and you're gonna cut my throat. I'm gonna show you how to be better than me. What You Jacking Podcast. This video I dedicate to What You Jacking Podcast because he wrote something that was real in my comments, man. You know what I'm saying? So listen. I may not even get no donations, but my algorithm is up. I have over 25,000 minutes of monetized videos. Over 25,000 right now. I mean, people that's physically see my content on videos that's in the green. So if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm going to be where I need to be at. The slow money is better than no money. That means I'm not wasting my time. See, before I was wasting my time. You understand what I'm saying? I was wasting my energy, wasting my resources because I was too busy being blind to the fact of the business. So let's talk about business, party people. I had a very, you know what I'm saying? This is for the kids, right? We talking about the kids because all they can tell the kids is something that's something that they can relate to because the youth now are not dumb. Okay, what we're gonna say is, right? I'm catching on now. We're catching on. We're catching on. Why did the homie let the other homie shoot the corner up? Or why these guys are letting the, you know what I'm saying? Why are the young homies letting the ops shoot their corners up? Because that's where the double jacking come to play at. See, double jacking is dangerous. 300 was popping. Shout out to Carver Mall. Shout out to everything on the east side. Shout out to Madison Mall. You know what I'm saying? Facts. Exactly. And that's exactly what I'm going into. That's why I'm going into the BOPs, the things that was last, that was in the street, that was showing some normal life. That's why I'm going into the YGs, the YBs, the Snow Gang, because this is what our kids is going through. I remember when I told you when I was in Albany, OSB was OSB. Right now, 2021, there's some OSB that's Damo, there's some that's Crip, there's some that's folk, there's some that's straight OSB. That's just how we give it up, man. And that's the direction I'm going into. Slow money's better than no money. But as long as I can remain monetized, then I can do this. Because I do have another income. It's not about having another income. I'm doing it the right way. Because I want to be able to give you straight content and not chase donations. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So we're working on changing these narratives, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, man, it's about business, right? The reason why I'm saying get these certificates, because in this great country of America, United States of America, to make it now, they want you to have some type of college in. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, round table, family, exactly. It's always going to be two different worlds from the street to the family. And exactly, this is why I'm able to have these calm conversations. We can talk about something and build on something. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Understand, let me tell you something. Somebody, like I told you about these jobs. So let's get into the jobs. You got to have certificates. Why be a CNA without a felony when you can become a nurse? What's the difference? You can go to a 2-year school, 18-month program. These colleges be having certification programs. You can just look into it, what you like. Let's stop shortchanging ourselves. Let's stop thinking like because we know something. Because a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. I'm with that. I'm with supporting that. Definitely shout out to my boys at Mustache Clothes Collection. You know what I'm saying? You know, my cousin Pipe. You know, Leak, my man Leak. They got a store. Or I don't know if they still got the store, but it was in Albany Mustache Collection. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Stinking Lincoln. You know what I'm saying? Well, you probably know my friend too, Old Harlem. Because Goldfinger used to be over there. That's people's homie. Goldfinger used to be with Irvin and all of them. You know what I'm saying? Irvin Woods and all of them. You know what I'm saying? This is how small the streets is, right? My man Skeeter B, sister is married to Woods, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's real right now. We're gonna start dealing with reality. You're gonna have to get certificates in this great country of America to do things. I don't know how you're gonna figure this out. So you know what I'm saying? So a lot of time, like I said, yeah, that's the family. J. Cool, shout out to my whole Northside crew, GM family. So I knew them since the 90s, bro. So understanding that, I knew them from when we was coming out the Silver Slipper, the bar talk. We was in the bars and all that, you know what I'm saying? We was running around Clinton Ave, Northern Boulevard. To see how successful they are to this day is a great thing, man. They're not dead, they're not in jail, they're not trying to reconstruct their lives, and they're doing things for their kids. You can't do nothing for the people if you ain't in tune with your own kids. You understand what I'm saying? Gotta get in tune with your kids. Definitely shout out to Frankie Luciano, the you know what I'm saying, the Billy. Y'all niggas, y'all, because this conversation that we had, that I took out of my life to have a conversation with him was a real conversation, because it's like, why I gotta be an OG in something, and I'm not getting the, because a lot of these dudes is double jacking in the street. A lot of these dudes, they don't even respect what they see and what they hear. It's not his fault, bro. So you know what I'm saying? When we speak anywhere, we speak about everything, about what's reality. You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to my man Jamal Bone. He became a politician. Guy we grew up with, grew up in the hood. Yeah. I know you're talking about Perico. Yeah, I know you're talking about. For Wars, Benji cousin, they got family on Lex. Yeah, I know you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? This is how we're gonna win. People gotta have this conversation. You can tell your son, now my block was getting millions, but there's a lot of dudes that did good for themselves. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of dudes that got lost in the sauce. If you listen to what Gangsta Lou said, when he was getting a lot of money, but jail messed him up, the jail runs. And then when he came home on his Don Moose situation, a lot of dudes pushed away, not because they didn't like him, because they didn't know what they seen in their face. The homies is going to jail. They locking them up. They're making a block cop. Police is messing with them. I can't afford to have my phone number in your phone, and you got those dudes' phones, some of them in the same phone line. That's just how the game goes, man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all make it look as hate, dudes is acting funny. But why I have to tell you this? This is, you understand what I'm saying? Gotta tell the young boys that. Why I gotta tell you this for? Like, why I gotta tell you, yo, bro, I can't mess with you because you mess with them young cats. Why I gotta saying that has nothing to do with that. So if they do some craziness and they tap your phone and you call me and we have a super throwback conversation on the phone, this is a wiretap conversation. Now, boom, I might get jammed up for something I did 20 years ago because you're still outside. Let me tell you something, man. I don't know who explained this story to y'all. The reason for getting money in the hood is really was talking about getting real money wasn't to buy hats and sneakers. It was to get out the hood. It was you know what I'm saying? Wow. That was the whole hustle, man. That's crazy. It was crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my man Yule, man, he got hit up, you know what I'm saying, in the elevator, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy, man. You know, that's project shit. That project should be crazy, B. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like, you get your money, you go away, it's okay to start your life all over again. If you're not making it where you're at, you can move away with that same energy. You can be yourself more so in new markets because nobody knows you. So you can recreate yourself. Now, why would you go someplace at the age of 40 and act the same way you was acting in New York City 20 years ago? You're asking to lose. I know that. Exactly, or Harlem. See, we can't glorify the realness. We can't definitely 300, you know what I'm saying? We can't glorify what's real. We can't glorify, you know what I'm saying? No doubt, you know what I'm saying? We can't glorify what's real until we understand what's fake. There's nothing real about getting re-locked up, bro. I don't care what work you put in. I don't care if you smoked somebody, hit somebody 20 times because you thought they disrespected you. What's real about that? When you're of an age that you should physically and mentally know better. You know what I'm saying? It's the music, man. So it boils down to that, man. You know what I'm saying? So I be wanting music playing on my joint, man. So I be having to stop that, man. People don't mean no harm where I work at, but it's just like be caught up with this demonetization. It defeats the whole purpose of going live. You know what I'm saying? But that's where I'm at now. I'm one of my professionals, man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times when you go live outside, people play their music, and turn your music off. So when they play your music and YouTube catch it, they zap it. I mean, I wasted my time. You know what I'm saying? Like I told you, I don't get donations. You know what I'm saying? Heavy. So by me not getting donations, I have to give it to the real. You know what I'm saying? And actually, I like it that way, to be honest with you. But it doesn't make no sense. So now we can make 30 videos explaining how these is real individuals, but what's real about looking at 100 years? Because I tell you one thing, I ain't let them disrespect me. Come on, bro. There's nothing real about that. Then you have to understand that this is the mind of somebody who leads 1,000 kids. So you understand what I'm saying? Y'all read all the books. If I sit down in the jail cell and kick it what you're saying, I'm not even talking about Dick Wolf. I'm just about something in general. You know what I'm saying? I could be sitting in the jail cell and talking to one of these jail cats, and they'll talk all the intelligence in the world. Yo, papa, and da-da-da, and I got this, and we got that, and boom, 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 and yo, homie, you don't know what that means. And they use all these special words. But when you're on the outside, that's not the world you went to. What happens on the outside is they begin to feel that nobody respects it. They start hitting you with the if I was up north, he would never talk to me like that. If I was in the mountains with him, he never talk to me like that. And this is why they go the extra mile to go back to jail. Because they have to feel like if I was in the yard, he'd have never spoke to me like that. Well, you're in the free world, the real world. People don't understand that. You got dudes that's claiming gangs. You know what I'm saying? You got dudes that's in the real world. And this is why you have to recreate yourself. You come out here and you got to go, you know what? To recreate yourself, that means you can't mess with gang. That means you can't involve yourself with the get down because you're creating your own movement. Okay, you might have had a strong movement in the penitentiary. If you could do that in the penitentiary, you could do it in the street. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. How many big homies you seen come home and have that? They say the young boys don't respect, and this is why they go back to jail. The young boys don't respect it. It is young boys don't respect you. Most of the young boys never been in jail before. Definitely Louis Jordan. They never been to jail. And 90% of these young boys is following, I'm gonna say 90. I don't care what y'all write in the comments. They're following the block gangs. They're following the YGs, BGs, SGs, 1090s, EBKs. They're following that. So they big homies in their face every day. Little Jose, Little Juan, Little Mark, Khalif. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, William Moultrie. So this is what they're following. They're following these trends. You see what I'm saying? This is what they're following. They're not. So when you come home, you the big homie of their hood. They're like, who this? Yeah, the big homie just came home. Now, when they come around you, they're believing that you have resources. Okay, he the big bro. He's getting to the bag. Then they get to a meeting and then they see, they're watching how you moving. They go, man, I ain't listening to that fool, man. He bugged out. They might give you 30 days of their attention. Yo, the homie pulled up to 30 homies. And they start watching your movements. One thing about kids, they're very observant. You know what I'm saying? They expect that when you come home, yo, you need a construction job, I got you. What happens? Most dudes come home, yo, I need a kitty. Let's throw a nine so we have a kitty because our big homies, like, you understand what I'm saying? And then it becomes a habit. Then you begin to see the big homie, and you know he begins to lose his militancy because he's around you all day. So what happens is little Khalif he becomes leader again because as he comes through and he's swiping or whatever the hell he into, he come pop up on the cars. Your big homie still walking while the guy you're following. You know what I'm saying? While the guy you following is still walking, catching buses, talking about how he need to get the Fortune Society. You understand what I'm saying? They're following little Khalif now. Khalif becomes the big homie. So what happens with the big homie is he becomes jealous of Khalif. And he tries to find everything wrong that Khalif do. Now, the plus most of the time with these Khalifs is the Khalifs will become, most of them is homies. So they always catch him out there like, yo, I just had to G-check him. He ain't know nothing. He dumb. And then that's how they get rid of him. And this is what gets most of these guys in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And that's what get these dudes in trouble. Sometimes we gotta have this information, man. This is what's going on. So you go, how the big homie got caught? Because these young boys, they play with you for 30 days when they come home. And then they see how you live like anybody else. If you ain't coming home top notch with the leather shoes on, with the $3,000 jacket, with the throwback vest and you know what I'm saying? They're not listening to you, Brody. They're not following you. They're gonna try you. So what happens is the young fly cat that's around the hood, he got $1 million chain on his neck and boom, boom, boom. He's resourceful to these young boys because they come around and get cars. Hey, take these cars, go swipe, get crazy. Here, yo, I got a pack for you. Yo, I got a pound of some sour. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. And that's what happens. See, y'all can speak about it in the comments because they don't really be resourceful. They have a popular name. They have a gang name, but then that's just it. Because they don't make no other connections. Even if they get on in the rap game, I'm going to be a rapper. I'm not going to try to learn nothing, figure out nothing else in this industry but using a mic. You know what I'm saying? This is where it goes wrong at. This is where it goes sour at. You know what I'm saying? I think You know what I'm saying? So there is a disconnection between somebody who's saying that they're the big homie and these young boys. There definitely is. So I think when you're interviewing these guys talk about the streets of New York, let's not take it from a jail perspective. Let's take it from what's going on in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I know dudes that these young boys follow that never picked up a flag in their life. You know what I'm saying? So that's why dudes are attracted to that. They're attracted to they getting money. And they're attracted to the money. So now when the leader come home, they're gonna follow your leader. But a lot of times the leaders, they get caught up in they be jail issues. Oh, he blazed my girl when I was locked up, I'm gonna kill him. He promised to send me a package, he lied, he out of here. Yo, so they still be jail issues. That's what get these old guys caught up. They can't let jail go. You come home and let jail go and fall back, you can control the masses, bro. You hear me? You can. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that we have to understand. So is there a disconnect between the young boys and the homies? Yeah. And I like the fact that what Jackin said is true. What Jackin podcast said in my comments was 100% right. It was 100% right. A big homie comes home, right? These young boys watch how you move. You know, a lot of these dudes got undercover habits. I'm not saying, but they got things that make them look weak in front of these young guys that looked at you as God, because all they heard was rumors and stories. So now they get around you. You're not the $1 million guy. You ain't throwing $250,000 on the table. You coming around. Some days you walking around and you begin, the true self, everybody's true self come out, bro. So when the true self come out, you start talking about other guys on the block, and yo, more or less. So now you the big homie. And you G-checking a young cat in a Chinese restaurant, yo, who you be, yo, that's what I'm talking about, you dudes and all that craziness. And these young boys pay attention to that. Because while you've been away, they've been following Khalif. Khalif walk by anything that don't smell like money. You know what I'm saying? When Khalif comes to the joint, he got the good cologne on, the good shoes, the good shirt. He see a bunch of he see a bunch of bums, he walk right past them. I don't acknowledge them dudes, man. What's up, man? What's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because they see how they live in the real world. See, what happens is you have to be somebody before you go to jail. Like right now, Boy George came out of jail right now. He's looked at as a real big homie. You want to know why? Because he was getting to the bag. So pretty sure once he's in jail, he made a whole bunch of connections where he won't be financially messed up, so dudes will listen to him. People didn't learn from Carlitos what he did all that time, gave that appeal back, but he fell right in place because he was somebody before he went to jail. Not saying that these dudes is nobodies. We're not saying that they're nobodies, but a lot of them wasn't in position to win. Exactly. Look at Unique. Y'all just watch a man do like 25, 26 years. He fell right in place. Why? Because he was doing great things before he went to jail. So, of course, when you come home, the stage is set for you to get to the bag. Salute to my man Unique over there. That's how it's supposed to be. He ain't got to argue with these young boys because he got nothing in common with them. You know what I'm saying? But he has to get in tune with them because what he's doing media. So you just can't base everything off of old school. You know what I'm saying? This is a fact, bro. Because when you're somebody, you ain't got a point to prove now. A lot of these dudes was really, they wasn't nobody niggas, but they was nobodies compared to what these boys look up to. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, Sex Money, yes, S&M, you know what I'm saying? Mecca Audio, he had a name for himself. So he ain't got to come out here and be a brand new dude or be something they never seen before. You had dudes that was famous stick-up kids. But these young boys, they look up to the money. So you could be an infamous stick-up kid, but if you wasn't knocking off banks for $100,000, $1 million, then you're just the average, you just like them. They said I remind you of you when I was throwing guns in dudes' faces, snatching their chains. You know what I'm saying? They look up to the money. Yo, I want to be like him. Yo, son, yeah, I heard son was getting millions. That's what dudes, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Yo, Sydney, boo, that was dope. There's a few funders that ain't moved right, and that leaves the gap in the youth. That's what happens. So what happens now is that the funders or these big homies, they got to jump out the window. Because now they feel like their ego, their reputation is on the line, bro. They believe that, yo, Smitty Brim was popping. I'm going to call you, though. I think you was calling me. Yes, I'm going to call you, man. Definitely salute to Smitty Brim, man. That's because this is the type of time that we on, man. These young boys only follow what they see. And a lot of these young boys, like we did, we followed the money. We had stick-up kids. We had dudes that was murderers, but we always looked up to the dude that was getting to the bag. Like, yo, wait a minute. He's getting a lot of money after a while. Because remember, we all did that. We all snatched apples from the food stands. Some of us mugged some people in our lifetime. I never snatched a pocketbook, but some have. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Brim love, brim loyalty, brim honor, brim respect. You understand what I'm saying? So we all was young like that. Then what happens is, you see somebody that's getting that mature money. Wait, but this is mature money. He's getting money on the corner. And then all I got to do is get a plug to do this. Oh, no, that's going to happen. The call-ins are going to be next month, February. After Valentine's Day, we're going to have all the call-ins in the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to set the room up to where now when I go live, it's, you know, it's a little more comfortable for everybody. Now, I'm outside right now. Where I'm at is called the North St. Louis, the North Side. It's dangerous over here. Don't get it twisted for 1 minute. It's real dangerous, right? Over here, they're not on a color thing, but it's for real. Because anytime Jack boys can ride through, hop up their car and just clap me. Because I'm in op territory. You understand what I'm saying? So where I'm at, when I say I'm outside, I'm at work, but it's serious. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And that's why we have these conversations. So our nieces, our nephews, our little cousins, they don't get 2,000 years. You know what I'm saying? They don't get 2,000 years because of that. You know what I'm saying? Our time is valuable. Let's start taking, before I go back to work, right? Let's start taking advantage of our time. Our time is important. We cannot waste no more time. And that's what goes on with these young boys. Now somebody get in my comments, no, it ain't, I did not. Okay, we get it. We get your perspective, but it's the truth. Sorry to let you know that. Definitely shout out to Beeville. It's the truth, man. They see the big homie. They begin to watch him. No matter what he do, he's not all what he heard. So what happens is they begin to be more independent-minded. They begin to dub phone calls. They begin to go, I'm not jumping for this guy. So what happens is the big homie has to do something to show these dudes they ain't playing. And most of the time, when they do something to show that they're not playing, they go back to jail for the rest of their life. So that's why whenever you start, so now, what happens before I go back to work is now your big homie who did 15 years go back for 80 years because he wanted to prove to those in the street that's following Khalif that he was still real. Bro, nobody cares about that, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a disconnect, and we're going to get it right. We're going to talk about the facts. And, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kev Force. He's home. We're going to talk about the facts. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about the facts. You know what I'm saying? Kev Force is home. Salute to Kev Force, man. See, he was getting to the bags before he went to jail. So he coming, but whatever he's doing is because his family's in place, man. And that's how a nigga supposed to come home. When your big homie's quiet, that's when he's in the right position. You understand what I'm saying? That's when you know he's in the right position, when your big homie's quiet. When, yo, such and such came home and, like, Powerful. Everybody's saying Powerful home. There's a reason why Powerful ain't running around online losing his mind, because he's in a good position. How he set his life up to be, he's in a good position. And he's going to lead the few that want to listen to him and follow him. So with that being said, man, let's get busy. Let's get there. Let's keep it funky. Let's stay real. Am I right? You know what I'm saying? Leave some comments if you like I told you, but I'll do this for the people, man. And with that being said, man, have a blessed afternoon. Have a blessed day. God bless you. God bless America, as they say. Let's get to the money. Let's get to certifications. Young boys, pay attention to the credit card scams, parents. If you see your son buying a pair of boots and you feel like he's upstairs all day, that's because, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So now that's because she's ordering things online. You know what I'm saying? So pay attention to that. A lot of these, it's new. It's a new network of money. Even though scam have been in the game forever, this is what dudes do. A lot of dudes ain't got time to be on corners doing what they do. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention pay attention. You have to be a parent. I'm sorry. Some of you gotta be parents, man. It's okay. Y'all gotta be parents. Stop trying to be somebody big homie and be a parent, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the hashtag. Stop trying to be the big homie and hashtag be a parent. All that other stuff for marketing, we ain't got time for that. With that being said, let me take myself back to work. You know what I'm saying? We're going to move right. We're going to move real right because I do this for the algorithm. I don't do this for the donation. So now it's 100% clear. Now it's I'm not doing this to try to say things. I'm about the same thing because this is what we donate to. I'm trying to do this for the people. And we're going to get there. We're going to get there and have this real conversation. So with that being said, man, one love, man. Feliz Navidad for all my Puerto Ricans out there. East Harlem. Shout out to East Harlem, Ted Smooth. Don't forget John Doe, Hilltop Music Group. Check out my man Veli MMB. Definitely shout out to Old Harlem, man. And this one was for What You Jacking podcast for a comment he wrote in my comment section. Definitely shout out to Veli, man. You know his squad Brim, man. That Bugatti, you know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Veli, man. Shout out to Smitty, you know what I'm saying? Free YB, BOP. Exactly, bro. I'm a parent, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nobody big homie. I'm paying for my daughter to go to college. Me and my baby mother's paying for my daughter to go to college. I'm a parent. You know what I'm saying? That being said, man, peace.